Hey everybody, this is Jim Kurtz and with Organic Earth Tech, and I wanted to just share with you something that's very near and dear to my heart. I'm the executive director of Organic Earth Tech, and our founder, Francesco Arlia, had a very interesting story that I really wanted to share with you guys, because a lot of times, we're out pushing a product, we're trying to get people interested in miracle plants as a gardening device, but I think one of the most important things that sometimes gets lost is, well, how do we arrive here? How do we get to the point where we have this wonderful product here for gardeners? How do we get to this point where we have a wonderful little coin that actually can take the place of all the fertilizers, pesticides, chemicals, and everything else that gardeners are used to? Well, the story actually began about 4 years ago when Francesco Arlia's mother had a congenital heart failure. In fact, she had 3 in a row. Now, if you know anything about congenital heart failures, they're very, very serious. They're like a very serious type of heart attack. In fact, after the third one, all of the doctors in New York told Francesco that, look, you better prepare because your mother is probably not going to live more than a couple of months. Well, not wanting to give up on his mother for obvious reasons, he exhausted his research and was able to find Fulvio Balmelli in the Biomedical Center in Italy. And through all the trials and tribulations involved in getting his mother and all the medical equipment, oxygen tanks, everything else on the plane, he was able to get his mother over to Italy and into Mr. Balmelli's facility. And over the course of the next 30 days, Mr. Balmelli, using his biophysics technology, was able to analyze Mrs. Arlia's condition and realized that there was actually a bacteria that was eating or destroying her heart tissue, which was causing the congenital heart failures. So over the next 30 days, he continued to treat her using his innovative technique, and after 30 days was able to fully cure her of this problem. In fact, her original diagnosis of only having a couple of months to live proved to be false. In fact, Mrs. Arlia is still alive today, 4 years later. So over the course of that period, Francesco Arlia and Mr. Balmelli had numerous conversations about Mr. Balmelli's work and what kinds of things he was developing. And although there were a number of different products in the health and beauty and other industries, the thing that really struck Mr. Arlia as important, the one he wanted to focus on, was the agricultural device for farmers and gardeners, because he understood that without a healthy food supply, it's just a matter of time before even the healthiest of us are going to succumb to sicknesses, illnesses, diseases, genetic failures, etc. So he began the company 4 years ago, really taking a fledgling technology for plants, even though Mr. Balmelli had developed a full-blown technology for the human beings. The technology he had for plants, although well tested, was not really in existence in the world yet. So Mr. Arlia decided to found Organic Earth Tech to bring this incredible technology for plants to the United States and around the world. And it's been an interesting journey over the last 3 or 4 years. In fact, I've been a part of this company for over a year now. And it's interesting because people really want something that works. They want something that's organic and natural and provides healthy food, yet they're also skeptical. They've been, just like everything else, marketing. A lot of people out there marketing products that don't work or that work sometimes and not others. Well, we have a product that works, and it's amazing technology that's probably 30 to 50 years ahead of its time, yet we're still working on how to get that information out to the masses. So I wanted just to share with you that quick story. I'm not going to go into all the details. We might do a future video where Mr. Arlia shares with you his emotional side of that story, because it is pretty emotional, having his mom be saved by this incredible technology. And it's also pretty emotional when you consider, farmers out there are really hurting. A lot of gardeners really want to grow healthy organic food for themselves and just can't. They either can't grow enough, or it's just too difficult, or they don't have the time. They don't want to mess with the shed full of chemicals and fertilizers and everything else. And sometimes it just becomes more trouble than it's worth. Well, with our device, all of that's going to go away. You're going to be able to grow healthy, happy plants and nutritious food for you and your family. You're going to be able to do it without any chemicals, any fertilizers, or at the very least, very, very little. And just really be able to enjoy gardening. Don't you really want to enjoy gardening? Wouldn't you just love to enjoy being out in your garden and having wonderful, beautiful plants that are healthy, where you don't have to worry about your kids or your pets getting into your chemical shed, where that if you're sitting around your plants, that you're not breathing in pesticides. If this is you really want something like that, then I encourage you, in fact, I implore you, go to gardenersareawesome.com. Gardenersareawesome.com. The link is in the description here as well. I welcome you to try this. We offer a full guarantee, so there's no risk on your part. But we know that the more and more people really use this in their garden, they're going to give us the feedback. They're going to start talking to their friends, and then this whole thing is going to take off. And it's not just a matter of us as a company being successful, or even the gardeners being successful, but we really want to promote a natural, healthy solution to the problems of growing around the world, so that people can have a healthy food supply, so people can really start to enjoy a really good, nutritious food again. Because let's face it, even though the chemicals and pesticides and GMO companies, they served their purpose for the last years. They kept us going. They provided enough produce so that we could all continue to survive and grow. Now it's a time for us to really focus on how to achieve those same results in a much more healthy, organic way, so that we can actually enjoy the health benefits in addition to being able to eat and feed everybody on this planet. So check it out at gardenersareawesome.com. If you have any questions, just leave me an email. You can respond to this video. We do reply in a timely manner. I look forward to hearing from you. And, more importantly, I look forward to hearing your success stories about how you're able to grow effective, healthy, organic produce for you and your family and for the neighbors around you, so that we can all enjoy a much healthier food supply.